Hello everyone, how you going? Hope everyone's well. So today for World Watercolour Month the prompt is gnarled. So I am going to attempt to draw a pair of old gnarled hands. So we'll see how this goes because the proportions and the perspective are really unusual. I'm using the reference that's in the thumbnail on the front of the on my thumbnail. So it's going to be interesting to try and get the perspective correct, but we're going to give it a go. And I might have to adjust here and there, but we'll see how we go. So it's an old thumb, like a thumbnail there, knuckles sort of there, then an old gnarled thumb there, then goes up to the wrist about there. Alright, so the knuckles are in line with the thumb. So she's got a hand resting. So the thumb and then the finger sort of comes about that distance past there. So we'll see how that goes, and the fingers are quite old and bent, old and gnarled. So we'll just get the shapes in, and I can adjust as I go. I can alter them, change position slightly, but I just want to get them at least into roughly the right sort of spots. And she's got her hands intertwined, so she's got her other hand, fingers behind that knuckle, then her pointy finger is there, and it comes up like that. She's got a knuckle that's quite large. I'll put her pink fingernail on because that'll give it some perspective as well, so you can see sort of what I'm doing. Then I'll come back to here, and she's got quite a large knuckle, and it's sitting next to that knuckle. Goes like that, then it disappears off into there and comes around this side. The perspective's all over the place, so it's going to be interesting. Her hand, actually, you can't see that fingertip. It's just the knuckles turned. Knuckles about the same height as that knuckle. Then her middle knuckle. Oh gosh, this is a tangle. If she's got a tangle, I'm going to do this finger first actually, because there's another finger that comes through here, slightly longer than that one. Take that around there like that. Go into here. Alrighty, and then that goes down do that nail there like that. Alright, then that finger comes through here. I've got to change that finger there, that finger's more gnarled. Turns around there like that. So I've got to change the angle of that hand a little bit. Like that. Get my eraser. Where's my eraser? Where is my eraser? Where did I stick it? It was here. Oh, I have another one. I'll use that one until I can find the one that I've misplaced. Okay, so that finger goes down there. Then she's got finger that comes down there like that. Like that. And then that disappears off under there. And you can't actually see the rest Where's her thumb there? Her thumb comes up here. It's under this thumb. So it's just below there like that. And it comes up under here. Got to tidy that one up. That looks a bit strange, doesn't it? But I've got to give it time because okay, I'm not happy with that. There, that's all got to go. Change that angle. Change that a little bit. All right, so get rid of all my dirty bits. So thumb, I can just see, actually it's under that part, under there. It comes down and around. Knuckles there, like that. Then it comes down like that. And then this finger, that thumb comes around there, and that finger goes under there like that. I see what's missing. I've got to do the knuckles on this part of the hand, and the hand sort of curls under, goes under there. I can't see her pinky finger, I can only see that part. I'll get all these sinewy bits in, because this hand is at the forefront. Just going to get rid of that line there. Got to try and mix up a skin tone. So that'll be a tiny little bit of yellow ochre and red. I apologise for the funny screeny. I'm just going to drop that down a fraction so you can see it a bit better. There we go. All right, get rid of any of the excess lines that I don't want. And that arm, she sort of, it goes off. You can see all the wrinkles going up her arm. I think I've got to, that hand's right, because her thumb comes up there. That knuckle comes down there. Her fingernails there. And fingers gnarled there. Okie doke. I'm going to soften that. If I can soften that all, I'm just going to grab my eraser. Got to find where I put it. Here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Found it. Get my eraser, and I'm just going to soften all this. So I'm just going to go over it very lightly, just to take away the heaviness of the lines. And I'm going to go in and start to paint. Hopefully we'll see how this goes. So I just take it, just knock it back a fraction, just so the lines aren't quite so heavy. That's the plan anyhow. And I'm going to use my Daniel Smiths today, because I've got a couple of colours in there that'll make a great, sort of go great with the old skin tone. So I've got to grab a bit of cloth, and I'm going to go with a very thin wash. I'm going to use Daniel Smith's and my Senneliers today. So I'm going to go a little bit of yellow ochre and a little bit of red. Makes a great skin tone usually. Just a touch of red in that yellow ochre is a nice skin tone, and dilute it right down. Gives me sort of a goldy hue. Get some more yellow ochre on there. I'm just going to mix up quite a bit so I don't run out and get all different colours. So dilute that down. And now take that down the hands, and just quite wet on dry. Make sure my brush is very wet, and run it right down. Around the shape of the finger. apologise for my dogs barking out the back. Not quite sure why they're barking, but they are. So then I'm just going to work on the one hand at a time. So I'm going to go onto this first finger. Make sure my brush is quite wet. And I don't do a lot of hands, so this is a really fun one. I didn't want to, I could have done, I was going to go with a gnarled tree, and I thought, no, get outside your comfort zone and draw hands. So, because I don't do them very often, so I thought, you know what, why not? Let's go rogue and draw some hands. So I've got to mix up some more already, because dilute that right down to thin. So that's off the other hand, so I'll come around here. So yeah, it's yellow, ochre and red. So it's more yellow, just a tiny little dot of red in the yellow ochre, just to make that sort of skin tone. Take that around there, because the other hand, they're very similar in tone, but I'm going to darken up or change the tone slightly on the hand in the foreground, the left hand. So that one, I'll leave the nails the white of the paper for now. All right, so I've sort of filled him in. I might work on one hand at a time, and I'm going to make up a slightly pinkier tone, so a little bit more red in the yellow ochre, slightly less water, slightly more pigment into the darker areas on the finger. So under the thumb, while the paper's still wet, under here, under that thumb. Hello! I use yellow ochre and alizarin crimson. Oh, cool! Cool, cool. How are you? I see you do. How's your day been, guys? How have you been? Yeah, there's quite a few different mixes. I was actually going to use my buff titanium, which I still might in parts of it, but I thought just have a go. And I don't do a lot of people, like a lot of human sort of skin tone, so I thought it'd be a fun one to try. And I'm going to try and keep it pretty loose. I want detail, but not over detail. And the proportions on this are really like it's all over the place. So yeah, I do a lot of wildlife art, not a terrible lot of human. Been pretty busy, as you know, but been pretty well. Good, glad to hear it, Dale. Working on today's wing. Nice. Yeah, because Australia, we're a day ahead, so I did my wing yesterday, so that was fun. I really enjoy the prompts. That actually looks pretty good. I quite like the simplicity of that, you know, just there. Quite like that. Now this finger, I'm going to darken up this part. I'll add some really darker tones. I did a swan for wing. I'll never do that bird again. What bird did I do? I did a duck. I did a mallard duck. Yeah, wings are fun, but there's a lot of work in them. A lot of work. Oops, I need to mix up some more. So yellow ochre. Actually, it is alizarin crimson I'm using. I just automatically go for the red. I don't necessarily look at the names, and I just check then, and it is alizarin crimson that I'm using. All right, a bit more. Yeah, and white birds are terribly hard. Like the getting the proportion and the shadows and everything on a white bird is particularly tough. I did seagulls, and they were harder than any other bird I'd ever done, because they were just white birds. So there's a knuckle here, so I've got to darken up this knuckle here. I've got to be careful not to go too dark. I've got to darken up this veiny area here. and darken up towards the wrist. All right, we're getting there. Okay, darken up. I'm a bit nervous of this one because it's something that I just don't normally do. But I thought, you know what? It's good a challenge. But all that white is not white. Oh yeah, it's all lots and lots and lots. Yeah, all colours, rainbows. Yeah, mine was blues and lavenders and purples and all kinds. So how are you enjoying it? I love a challenge. I haven't done World Watercolour Month before. I've only done, I've done Inktober a bit, but I haven't done Watercolour Month. Bit nervous. I nervously hit the like button. Oh, oh hello Waynes, how you going? Payne's Grey works great for shadows or skin tones. Cool. Yeah, I love me Payne's Grey too. Yeah, it is good fun, isn't it? It is good fun. I like the prompts. It keeps me motivated and makes me do different things. Because otherwise I probably wouldn't draw hands so much. But I like to push myself. So it is awesome. And how have you been, Wayne? What's been happening? How's game and life going? I actually quite like that hand. I'm really quite happy with that for a start. Surprisingly, I usually don't like this probably means it's going to be a mess. Acrylic April. Oh, I didn't know there was an acrylic April. Well, there you go. I did not know that. I mean, there's always something, I suppose. I know there was Huevember, which is all the hues. All right, I'm going to leave that alone. I quite like that. I'm going to leave that alone. Start to work on this other hand. So go yellow ochre. Yellow ochre. Alizarin crimson. A bit more yellow ochre. Gotta make it a bit more diluted. I still haven't had a drink of me coffee. I need to have a drink of me coffee. Not much. Still streaming, of course. Looking into starting up online store. Nothing to do with gaming. Just selling cheap clothes at the moment. Oh, cool. Cool, cool. Just go for it, I say. Just go for it. Whoops. I've got to just wet the paper. Yep, just go for it, I say. That's a bit strong. I can dilute it with my wet. I'll just add water to the top. Add water to the top. Take it down here. See, I was thinking about doing old hands, maybe with the Bible. Yes, I did look at a couple of ones holding books. I decided against the books because I just thought, oh, it's a lot of extra work when I'm not confident to begin with. So I thought I'd go for hands for now. But yeah, that's a great thing. It's a great idea. I think there'll be lots of gnarled old hands for this prompt. Be interesting to see. But everyone will do them differently, so it's still really interesting. That's what I like. Everyone does things differently. So it'll be fantastic to watch. Everyone's got their own technique, their own style. You can just see the tip of that finger coming through under there. I don't know whether I'm going to do a background or not. I'm undecided. I might just leave it the hands as the centerpiece. Got quite a bit more yellow in that. I need to get some more red, I think. It's quite a bit too yellowy, I think. Some more water in there. Government says I'm not allowed to work no more because of my busted hip and chronic sciatica. Basic moving around is somewhat difficult. Oh, that's no good, doll. That's no good. But, you know, if you can do this, if you can stream, go for it. If that helps and you're allowed to make money a little bit on the side, do it, doll. I have to do some saddles, so I'm looking into trying to make money from home. Yeah, you know what? Go for it. No reason why you can't. No reason why you can't. Oops. Come up and around here. I'm going to add some purples in as well. I'm going to need to add some purples in. Oops. All right. I can't see, oh I can, oops, I can see that fingernail. I need to try and lift that off really quickly. Just there, lift that off. Clean water. Like that. And lift that up. Because that goes that way. So I'll darken up there, and that's a knuckle, a gnarled old knuckle. Comes around there. Cool bananas. We're getting there, peeps. We're getting there. That's the hands pretty well filled in. Might just around the edge of that thumbnail like that. I have a friend in Brisbane that I've never gotten to meet in person, been Facebook friends for around 12 years. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I've got my son-in-law's family are up near Brisbane. Gorgeous part of the world. Beautiful part of the world. So I'm now going to make up purple. And I'm going to use my indigo, because I love indigo. Where's me? I'm going to use my actual Daniel Smith indigo, because it's my favourite colour. Daniel Smith's indigo, and a little bit of a alizarin crimson. Oops, I've got way too much crimson in there. Go back to me indigo. There we go. Add a bit more indigo. I'm in Texas. Oh, beautiful. Hot at this time of year, doll. I've got, yeah, lots of my streamer friends are the US, and everyone's saying how hot it is at the moment. And I imagine Texas is quite hot. One of the hotter places, in fact. Okay, come down here. Anyone going to say good night? It's 3:20 in the morning. Oh my goodness, I've been streaming, but I'm very tired. So have yourself a great stream. Remember to hit the like button. Oh, thank you, Dale. You're a sweetheart. You sleep well. And I'll catch you over on Twitch at some point, I'm sure. You sleep well, Dale. So I'll pop these shadows in. Trying to keep them light. I don't want to go too overboard and make it too heavy. Take care, Dale. Don't want to go too overboard. And I've got to darken under the nail. Just under the nail, like that, just like that, not all the way around, and a little bit on the top maybe, and then you can see knuckle lines there. All right, then she's darker towards the back of her hand, and this is just, I actually watched a floral video to get, which sort of has inspired me to try this technique of really light washes. Wonder if Moonglow Daniel Smith would be a shadow or skin colour. I don't even know if I've got Moonglow. I don't know. Let's have a look. Have I got Moonglow? I do have Moonglow. It's very purpley. It is. That would be a good shadow colour. That could be definitely be a good shadow colour, doll. Right. And then she's got shadow coming up here. Actually, I'm going to wet the paper. I'm going to clean my brush. May try it on my hands. Do it. Do it. Do you have an Instagram, Angela? Because I love Instagram too, and I'd love to pop a follow on your YouTube, but I'll pop a follow on your Insta as well if you've got one. Because I love Instagrams and sharing art and checking out everyone's art. Yeah, but I never post. Oh, okay. You should. It's a great way to meet other artists. I've met so many artists through Instagram. Lots and lots and lots. It's been actually one of my favourite social medias. And I've just started TikTok, which is good fun. Only met a handful of people there on there though. That's a whole other world. A whole other ball game. Just going to darken up this knuckle here. Not terribly dark. Coming down there. Oops. You'd have to find my art on Facebook, Angela Johnson Kirkland. Okie doke, I'll do that. Actually, I can do that now carefully. Let's get this onto this paper here. Get the knuckle in. Okay, so if I go here and I go Facebook, I'm on my other computer, hang on. Oh, hang on, I'll have to log into that. I'll find your YouTube and then I'll, oh God, why did it do that? There we go. And then if I go find you on YouTube, Angela Kirkland, there we go. Okay, it didn't pop up. Why did it not pop up? That's really weird. Have you ever noticed how hard it is to try and find things on YouTube? Oh, you don't stream. Do you have a YouTube channel though? Oh, you don't have a YouTube. Okay, that would be why it didn't pop up. You post daily. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, I'll keep in. I'll write that name down. I'll write your name down and then I'll hunt you down on Facebook. So Angela. There we go. Yeah, it's good fun. Because this is my first World Watercolour Month. And I do all mediums. I love all mediums. So yeah, I draw mainly. I've just started getting into digital art, which I really enjoy. But yeah, I love all mediums. I'm not good at oil, but I really love people. I love watching people who know how to do oil painting. I'm too impatient for oil. Way too impatient. Alright, come down and around there. And that would help to give some definition onto this hand. Watercolour's your first love, acrylics next. Yeah, I'm just starting to get into acrylics. I've started to get into acrylics. I've done a few paintings over the years, not a lot. But yeah, I'm excited to try more. After this month, I am excited to try more. But yeah, watercolours, as far as paints go, watercolour's my first love. Drawing's my passion first. If I was on a desert island and I was told I could only take one art supply or two art supplies, I'd take pen and paper. As long as I could have pen and paper, my world is happy. Watch the Art Sherpa on YouTube. I think I've seen the Art Sherpa a long time ago. I haven't followed. I haven't seen any alerts, so I mustn't follow. I'll have to check her out. Does amazing acrylic lessons. Okay, cool. I will definitely check her out. I've been watching Shada Campbell. She's gorgeous at florals, absolutely gorgeous florals. And Yong Chen, oh my God. Yong Chen does the most magnificent watercolours I've ever seen. But yeah, shaded, I think it's Shader. Does beautiful acrylic florals. Right. Got to do shadows on this. That there is a fingernail there, so I've got to be careful to go around that. Like that. Angela Anderson does some good acrylics too. I have to see all these people I've got to find and check out. Because I've been over on, I mean, I've always done YouTube, well, for the last couple of years. I'm coming up to my second, hang on. Actually, this month would be 2 years. There you go. This month would be 2 years on YouTube for me. But I've been over on Twitch as well for about a year. So, yeah, I've been all over the place. So I lose track of who I watch where. You. Yeah, I didn't even realise right till this second that it would, but that, yeah, I didn't realise till right now that it was, yeah, it was July 2 years ago. There you go. Well, thank you for sharing my 2-year anniversary with me. Probably, actually, it would have been this weekend because it would have been my daughter's 21st birthday because we went away, and I did my first YouTube video the week before we went away. For her birthday, for her 21st. So it would have actually been properly exactly 2 years. There you go. There you go. I'm enjoying talking and watching. Oh, cool. I'm glad you're enjoying. I love a chat. I'm a chatterbox. I could talk the leg off a chair. I do talk a lot. So, yeah, I love a chat. That's what I love about streaming. That's what I love about streaming, is talking in real time. And you get to know people. And you know, you really do get to know people. Am I going to do a background? I reckon, I don't know. I'm a bit wary. Of backgrounds. And I've got some, actually I bought some paints, some new watercolours this morning that I've never tried. Talk the leg off a chair. Yes. I talk a lot. It's a good old Aussie slang saying. All right, so now, what on earth do I do now? I'm gonna go some more. I might try a little bit transparent sienna. It's got a little bit of warmth in it. It's a little bit of a pinky red brown. Just in some of these areas. I'm gonna sneeze. Just bear with me. Just turn away so you don't have to watch me sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I should wipe my hands. Try another fresh bit of cloth. I only use Daniel Smith and some core. Ooh, I've been thinking about core. I've never tried core. I got some Kansai Tombai, what's it called? Gansai Tumbi, Japanese stuff. So I'm going to try. Because I love that it looks really quite strong coloured, strongly pigmented. So I'm excited to try that. So I might do a review, not a review. It won't be a review. It'll be like an unboxing, I reckon, and do a painting with them. I'm not a reviewer. I'm not critical enough. I like everything, different reasons. But I've looked at core and I would love to try core. Core looks magnificent. Been told that it has more oxcore flow aid. Okay, yeah, I watched a review on it, and it flows a lot. It is mega flowy. So yeah, I have seen a couple of reviews, and can't for the life remember the name of the girl, but I watched a girl who's sponsored by Core, And she does the most amazing portraits with it. Human portraits or people portraits. She's just incredible, but I can't remember her name. I haven't seen her for a while, actually. I don't know whether she's still on YouTube. I'm assuming she is. But yeah, it does. It flows double like they did. They tried it against Winsor and Newton. And it was double the flow. Which could be fun and dangerous all at once. But you know, that's what watercolour is. It's beautiful for flowy. It's got a life. It's alive. But yeah, I'm excited to try the Tombies. Daniel Smith doesn't flow well. No. I wasn't really a fan to begin with. It's growing on me. I like the colours. I don't like granulation terribly. I love Sennelier for its smoothness and its glow. I like some of Daniel Smith's colours. I love his indigo. And I love the buff titanium. But yeah, other than that, I'm sort of, yeah, I use my Senneliers and my Schminkies more. I bring the Daniel Smith out for occasions, special occasions. Love granulating. Yeah, so it's personal preference. It's personal preference. I like smooth. I'm a smooth person. Like, I even work on hot press paper. I don't work on rough paper. You know, I like smoothness. And like, I've got my Australian paints, which are Art Spectrum, and they're quite granulating. Like, you know, it's hard to get a burnt umber that doesn't granulate. And Sennelier's got a beautiful burnt umber that doesn't granulate, and I love it to bits. It's beautiful. But yeah, it's personal preference. Never tried hot press. I love hot press. Because I do a lot of wildlife art. I like the smoothness for the fur and stuff. But I also use the hot press watercolour paper for drawing. I use it for ink as well. I love it for ink. Yeah, so I pretty much only use hot press now. Just got to drag that down and around a bit. I was going to move my picture over to the left because my face is in the middle of it. I've got to be brave. I've got to make up some stronger shadow colours. I'm scared of shadow colours. I need to be braver and go dark. I need to go darker than I think I need to go, because I need for things to stand out. So I can darken that up. Use Arches blocks. Yeah, I don't get the block. I get it in books. I get it in these because this is a watercolor book, and I like it because it's got these binders. So I store everything in the book. And this is Fontaine watercolor paper, Fontaine hot press. I use Arches, but I buy it by the sheet and cut it into size. And then I store it in binding folders. I've got binders that I keep it in. And I've got folders and folders and folders and folders. But I do a lot of watercolor sketching also in the Stillman and Byrne mixed media books. They're really good. I quite like those, I have to say, as well. I use so much water at times that I either have to tape or... Yes, yeah. So I suppose I'm less like that. I'm more, like, as you can see, I sort of more draw with my brush. I more draw with my watercolours. Like, I do washes, but they're light, fine washes. I mean, I've got friends who flood the page, and it's amazing to watch. I think hot press does react differently with that kind of thing. Hot press paper is not as easy to manage with big wet washes. I've got to make up that purple again, so I'm going to go back into my alizarin, back into my yellow ochre, make up some more. I'm going to darken up here. Oops. Drag that right down. I use that technique as well and get more detail, but my backgrounds are washes. Yeah. Yep. I don't know whether to do I should. I don't think I'm not going to do a background. I think I'll wreck it if I do. Not good at decision making, eh? But yeah, I do background washes, but I was watching Yong Chen yesterday, watching his florals. Oh my God. And he does detailed backgrounds, but they're washes. And I'm like, how on earth? The man is just super duper 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 talented. And it was so fascinating to watch, and it looked beautiful. I'm like, oh God, I need to try that. Because I've been doing watercolours for 25 years, I suppose. But, sort of blundered my way through. But I just love it. I do love it. I can't not, you just love it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous medium. I'm going to actually go a little bit of pure indigo in the deepest shadow areas. Just here. A little bit of pure indigo just there. Don't want to do it everywhere because it'll totally take away from the background. It'll be too busy if I add too much. I've got to go under, and I've got to go just under the tip of that finger, just there, because that thumb is sort of squished. I'll drag that out. Just damp my brush and drag that out a little bit. Very new to it. I've been working on acrylics and watercolours for about 1.5 years. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, it's opened up a whole world of amazingness because it's an amazing thing. Art's amazing, and you'll have a blast. And you're constantly learning especially with watercolor. I'm constantly learning and picking up things, and I've been at it for 25 years. I've drawn all my life. Like I don't ever remember not drawing. I've drawn since I was 5. My first memories are a sitting drawing. So I don't ever remember a time in my life where I wasn't drawing. But painting, not until my 20s. I came late to the party. I'm 57. Oh, cool. Never too late, Dale. Never too late. I'm 51 tomorrow. So that's all right. Never too late, Dale. Never too late at all. Got to do some shadow down here. She's darker in here. So did you used to draw, or yeah, exactly. Used to draw when I was younger and laid it down to have a family. Picked it all back up again recently. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, now you'll have time to actually really sit back and enjoy it. I stopped when my kids were little. I never really stopped, but I didn't do it full time until like 2 years ago. That's when I started to be full-time artist. But before that, I every now and then, like I draw probably twice a week. But and I'd go through phases of madly drawing, painting, and some of my originals on Facebook page. Oh, cool. Awesome. I look forward to having a look. I look forward to seeing them, Del. Look forward to checking it out. But yeah, check out Yong Chen and Shader Campbell if you don't already know them. I highly recommend them for viewing. God, they're amazing. Amazing artists, a pair of them. Paint every day. Yeah, I do too now. Hours and hours a day. Love it. That's awesome. Have you got your own art room set up? Sometimes all day and post multiples a day. Yeah, cool. It's fun to have your own space. I've had, over the years, I've had, my husband's got a really big shed. I had a room in the shed, and then it got, I like, but I'm scared of the dark. So I'm like, I don't want to be out in the shed anymore. So I took over the office in the house, which is now where I am. And I don't work on a large scale, so it doesn't matter, because my watercolours are usually only about A4 sized. It's about as big as I go. I don't like working large. I like smaller detailed work. But it's a small area in my bedroom, but it's big enough for what I need. Perfect. It's all you need. Okay, so this finger's going to be a struggle, this one here. That sort of wraps around. There's a knuckle there. I've sort of lost the fingernail a little bit. Making a little bit of a mess. Work on 8x10. Cool. How am I going to do this? All right. I'm going to try a little bit of buff titanium on the fingernails, I think. Because the nails are a bit... Oops. I need to get some, just something on there. They're a bit flat looking. Like that. Take that around there. Whoops, wrong button, wrong colour. Come down here. And it's Friday here, so what have you got on for the weekend, Angela? What are you up to? That's my watercolours. My acrylics can be as big as 16x20. Wow. Yeah, see, actually, I don't know how big my acrylics are. The ones that I've done in the past, I suppose and I did pastels. I love pastels. Oh, my God. Have you tried pastels, Angela? Oh, they're gorgeous. Because I love drawing first and foremost. Pastels are incredible. I really love them for drawing above pencils. Only problem is I developed asthma from them, or not from them, but with them. So I can't use them very often because of the dust that comes off them. I haven't got a very well ventilated area. Pastels when I was younger, yeah, I love pastel. Like I did a lot of my I'll show you this one, hang on. This is my dog. He was curled up in a ball because he lays in all sorts of weird positions. And that's a pastel, whoops, of my dog upside down. It was like that, upside down on the couch. So I drew him with pastels on a piece of wood. So that was a bit of fun. Oh, get back in there. Have asthma and cope. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I find the pastels really affect it, sadly. Because I use the dusty pastels, of course. Actually going to grab me cloth. Can never do oils. Yeah, so you can get water soluble oils. I've bought water soluble. I haven't used them because I'm too impatient for oils because they take too long to dry. I'm like, I can't wait. I don't want to wait. So now I'm actually using a little bit of Moon Glow. I just grabbed a little bit to see what it does look like in the darkest shadow areas, and look at that. It does work wonders. It looks great as a shadow. It's a strong shadow colour. I'm using it almost pure pigment. Like that. So I'm just taking that in to Yeah, I love the look of oils. But yeah, I've never had the patience. I can't wait for days for things to dry. I'm not good at patience. I'm not good at waiting. I'm like, no, I want to do it now. Yesterday, not tomorrow, not the day after. I've got to do it now. Yeah, but someone in art has asthma allergies, and she's tried the water-based oils, and it was the binders. Oh wow! There you go. See, I wouldn't have known that. Moonglow is wonderful. It is. I agree with you. I honestly hadn't really tried it. So, but it's beautiful shadow colour. It is gorgeous. Because I bought, just 2 little sets. I bought the floral sets, a floral set and a blues and greens set. I don't use them anywhere near enough, but I'm starting to. I'm starting to try to use them now. Oops, come down here. That finger, this one's driving me a bit crazy. It's going to darken up around that nail. Like that. I made a mess of it. I made a mess of that one. I'm just going to clean my brush and just scrub that off. I don't like it. It's going. Doesn't matter. Actually, can I lift that? I'll try and lift it completely. And always go a decent gram paper, so when you need to scrub back a bit of paint, you can, and it won't damage the paper. Like that. That actually looks a bit better, I think. But as far as it goes, like, it's quite a simple painting, but I don't mind it. So you learn something new every day. I know! Go team! Woohoo! Go Angela! See, yeah, if you hadn't mentioned it, I probably wouldn't have tried it. So thank you for that, Angela. Much appreciated. Go team. So I'm going to just stand back and have a look. I quite like that. The Arches is great for lifting. Yes. Yeah, and this is good. Like, I only started using this about a week and a half ago, the Fontaine paper. I'll show you the thingy of it. So they're the 140 pound, 300 gram Fontaine. 100% cotton. But Team Moonglow, I know, we're the Moonglowers. Go us. Go team. Go team. Go team. Go team. Go team. There you go. I'll do the happy dance. Okay, so now I'm a bit scared to do more. I need to be brave. I need to be brave. This is where you got to just go, okay, go outside, get outside your comfort zone. There's more definition needs to happen on the thumb. There. And coming up here, where it all separates off. And I've got to soften it now. Yeah, I go a bit mad. Got to do a happy dance occasionally. Go rogue or go home, I say. Then she's got so many lines. Like, how do I try and do them? I don't know. I'm sort of a bit, I'm gonna try and do them because I sort of got to, don't I? I do sort of have to. Or do I do a background? Or maybe I'll do a blue background. Let's do that. I might go. What background am I going to do? Maybe I might do an ultramarine background. I might do an ultramarine. Daniel Smith's Ultra. I'll just mix up a ton of it. Mix up an absolute bucket load so that I don't run out. And then I'm going to go round and wet me paper. We'll see how this goes. Wish me luck. We're going in. So just wet the paper all round. Like I'm going to really wet it. And I'm going to not do the whole page, just I'm going to just leave, I'm just go around the edges a bit. Oops. Like that. Work my way around. I have a great brush suggestion for details for you. Princeton Aqua Elite, long round 4, 6, 8 and 12. Make sure it's a long round. Okay. I've used the silver black velvets, but I've also got some absolutely gorgeous mop brushes, but I bought them 30 years ago, 25 years ago, 30 years ago. And they're just divine. I forgot the brand though. But they're... you can't get them anymore, but they're so soft. Really amazing mops. But they hold almost too much water for me. Almost too much water. But I bought them when I first started. I used to work large. Jeez, it's drying as quick as I put it down. All right, let's get in. Get in. Drop it in. Go rogue. Take it in. Cut in close to the arm. Okay. Down around this side. Just needs a little bit of something around that edge. Little bit of something. Whoops. Not onto the hand, preferably. Oh, no. It's okay, I fixed it. That was a heart attack moment. But yeah, so what are you up to for the weekend? I'll just be here all weekend. That's what I do. I'm just going to stream all weekend because that's what you do. When it's watercolour month, just spend all my time on here. I quite like that. I'm going to drop a bit more in the top though. Just maybe darken up. There. Come around the edge. So that's a Daniel Smith's ultramarine. Now I've got them out, I might as well use them. I might drop a bit more down this side actually as well. A bit more out here. On this right hand side, just to darken it up. Too hot outside painting. Yeah. Well, see, we're in winter, but it's still not terribly cold. We've actually got quite a nice day. I'm wearing not short sleeves, but 3/4 sleeves. It's always warm here. We have cold nights, but nice days. But yeah, God, your watercolour would dry so bloody fast in Texas, hey. I'm not gonna darken up that side. I'm just gonna darken up this side. Well, this is fun. This is actually. I need to do more peeps. I need to do more peoples. My next prompt. I do draw some with my best friend on YouTube, Aurora, every week. And this week's prompt is superheroes. So I've got to pick a subject, superhero to draw. But this is actually making me feel more confident about having another go at a superhero, at a person. Okay, I'm going to go a bit more ultra, a bit stronger, just a little bit, just here. And then sometimes when I keep very small humidifier on my desk when it gets bad, yeah. Do you guys get a humid heat or a dry heat? We used to be a dry heat, but now with global warming, yay, we've started to get like a real humid heat. So the air's wet. Do Do I need to? Yeah, maybe I will. I was going to say, do I need to take it up that side? But I think I will. I wasn't going to, but I will. Just take it around here. My dogs are going bananas. All right. All right. I'm happy with that. I think I'm happy with that. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm surprised. I sort of, you know how sometimes you surprise yourself? I've surprised myself. I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to actually add in, got a little bit of gouache for special occasions when I mess up and lose some highlights. So I'm going to sneak in a bit of my gouache. Where I am, it's dry heat. 3 hours from here, it's soggy mess. It's always the way. It's always the way. I was going to add, I need to, this fingernail needs to be a little bit, just a little bit. I need to get my gouache on there just to lighten that. That's a bit better. Now I can see it a bit more. That's a bit better. It only needs to be a suggestion, but just on the tips of the nails. More of a desert heat, yeah. You see, we've got forests behind us. Not rainforest, but it's foresty. But the last few years, it's been getting dramatically. The weather's changing. It's just everything's changing. It's really unusual. I'm just going to pop a little bit of this gouache. Very diluted, so it's very clear, just in a couple of spots back here. And I reckon I'm going to call it. I reckon. What do you reckon? I reckon that's done. I reckon I'm really happy with that. Oops, I'm just going to touch this with me thing. Again, I get a coffee. I don't drink the silly thing. I need to drink my coffee. It's cold. But yeah, I think that's done. I think that's done. I'm really happy with that. I mean, proportionally, this things need correcting. Oh, hang on, what have I done there? Oh no, I just realised. Oh, can I fix that? Tunnel spiders and snake things. Oh yes. Oh God, yes. We get bloody. Well, actually, we're in winter now. So our snakes have gone into hibernation. But funny story, we've had a spider plague. And yeah, spiders are oogly. We had a mouse spider plague and they're yucky. And there was thousands of them. And I mean thousands of them. Everywhere. You couldn't they were just, it was disgusting. There was literally, we're on a farm and we went out to the shed and there was literally thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of them. And yeah, my kids and I screamed and ran because the mouse spiders are disgusting. But we get lots and lots of snakes. But you guys get the rattlers and stuff. We get taipans, browns, king browns, blacks, red, yellow belly black snakes. We get them all, yay, living on a farm. But I'm more scared of spiders. I'm way more scared of spiders. Seen pics of webs and spiders everywhere. Yes, yes. Oh my God. I think it made the news. But yeah, I put my hand on the shed door and about 30 ran out. And I'm like, no, that's not right. And so I went and got the fly spray. Sprayed it, and then there was thousands. And I'm like, ugh. So I rang my husband in a panic. And I'm like, oh my God, we've got a plague. Spiders, all the nasties. So, but we were all terrified because I've never seen that many spiders ever in my life. Like never ever. Not all in one spot. It was just horrendous. Mate, turn into ninja fast. Yeah, mate, I flew. I turned into like a superhero. I sprouted wings. It was really funny because I was with my kids when we went out there. So we've walked over and I've touched the door. Well, there was me. So when I say kids, I'm 51, my daughter's 25 and my son-in-law's 30, right? We all screamed. We all ran and landed on top of the trampoline because they were running all over the ground. So we jumped up on the trampoline to get that's going to help because they can crawl up the trampoline. We're all sitting there screaming like babies. We were too scared to get off the bloody trampoline. I think the hands look great. Thank you. I think I'm done. I think I need to stop. I mean, I think I'm happy. I think I've got to the the time to stops. But I don't even know what tomorrow's prompt is. Do you know what tomorrow's prompt is? I need to look. But yeah, it was so bad, but it was so funny all at once. And we'll never forget it. It's one of those moments. It was a Minty's moment. We'll never forget. Oh, so tomorrow's hushed. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, tomorrow hushed could be a baby, a sleeping baby. But I'm going to say this is done. So thank you, Angela, for hanging out. It was awesome to meet you. And I will definitely be looking up your Facebook after this. I'll pop online and have a look. And I shall find you. But yeah, thank you for hanging out and for the chat. It was great fun. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Same time. Well, probably a bit earlier tomorrow. So I usually start at 9 a.m. and now it's 1 o'clock. Well, there you go. So, because I had to go shopping for my daughter's birthday this morning, so that's why it's a bit later. But I'll be back tomorrow. So thank you so much for hanging out. It was wonderful to meet you, Angela, and I love having a chat. Have an awesome night, and I will be back tomorrow. So I'll catch you later. Thank you so much again. Have an awesome one.